So let's solve this question. Consider the following statements. So 5 statements are given. A is older than B, C and D are of the same age, E is the youngest, F is younger than D, F is older than A. So the question is, how many statements are required to determine the oldest person? So the question is not like who is the oldest person or something. We need to check whether how many statements given above are required to answer the question. So if you analyze these statements, you can see that there are 6 persons here. A is there, B is there, C is there, D is there, E is there, and F is there. So 6 persons are there. So among these 6 persons, we need to see who is the oldest, right? So here I will tell you a trick here. Now, if I let's see how many statements are required here. Okay, required to answer this question. Now, if I consider this statement 1. Statement 1 talks about A and B. Okay, the relationship between A and B. And none of the other statements talks about A and B. Only this statement talks about A and B. So this must be required to answer the question, because we should know the relationship between all of this. Then only we can find out who is the oldest, right? So only statement 1 talks about A and B. So anyways, statement 1 will be required to answer the question. Now similarly, if you see, statement 2 talks about C and D, and C is only, you can see C only here. In none of the other statements C is there. So we can say that this is also required. Now in the third statement it talks about E, and none of the other statements talks about E, right? So this will be required. Anyway, this will be required. Now if you look into fourth option, it talks about F, and F, you can see that F is being talked in this statement 4, and also statement 5 also talks about F. So one of the statement from 4 or 5 will surely be required. So let's say that this is required. So now we know that minimum 4 statements are required to answer the question. So it could be 4 or 5, right? So anyway, we can eliminate these two options. So either 4 statement will be required to answer the question, or 5 statements will be required to answer the question. Now you just try to solve this one. So first statement says that A is older than B. Second statement says that C and D are of the same age, so C is equal to D. Third statement says that E is the youngest, so E will come last. Now fourth statement says that F is younger than D. F is younger than D. So we have written like this. Now we should get a relationship between this and this. Okay, then only we can say who is the oldest, because sometimes A can be the oldest, sometimes C or D can be the oldest. We don't know. Now if you look into the fifth statement, it says that F is older than A. So F is older than A means we can draw like this, and E is the youngest, so we can draw like this. So now we can say that C and D are the oldest person. Okay, so by analyzing, by using only all the statement, we were able to come to the answer. So all 5 statements are required. So D is the correct answer.